Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to take a look for our first learning target here, which at the end of this lesson, I will be able to correctly identify the opposite, adjacent, hypotenuse sides of a right triangle given an angle. So these are some very important vocabulary words that you are going to need in order to go further in this unit. So we're going to start off with the easiest one that you've seen before. The hypotenuse is always the longest side of a right triangle. Pretty easy to identify. It is always the opposite side of the right angle. So you guys are very good at identifying the right angle, go across from it, and then this side will always be your hypotenuse. Okay. This is probably going to be always your first side that you find because it's very easy to identify. You're used to it. Life is good. Okay. The other two sides are called the opposite and adjacent sides, and these sides are identified by using a given angle. Now, here's the important thing. Please highlight given angle. Okay. You cannot find the opposite and adjacent without first having an angle to go off of. So here's a triangle ABC. Okay. Here's your right angle. So side BA is still my hypotenuse. If we are using angle A as a reference, okay, the opposite side, what you do is you start here and you draw an arrow going straight across to the opposite side. Okay. I mean, that's why it's called the opposite. Now, that's from angle A. All right. So angle A, opposite side would be BC. Okay. It always depends on what angle you start from. So, I mean, this would change if I picked angle B instead. All right. But for right now, we're starting with A. Now, the adjacent side is the non-hypotenuse side next to the angle. So again, we're using angle A as a reference, which can change for each problem. Here's my right angle. BA is my hypotenuse. So the adjacent isn't the one across from it, but it's the one right next to. Kind of like how we talked about, in class, adjacent staying next to somebody. You get the idea. Okay. So what we're going to do here is take a look at a little bit of practice on our own. And that, by the way, that's it. Like those are the three sides: hypotenuse, opposite, adjacent. Those are the three most important things in this trig ratio moving forward. Okay. Here I've got three triangles drawn. Three right triangles, which is important to note. You can only do this with right triangle. Angle G. So what we do is we first circle our angle G, or whatever angle they tell me, okay? Now, always find hypotenuse first. So here's my angle, or my right angle. Go across from it. There's my hypotenuse. Okay? Which you're going to see us a lot of times abbreviated HYP. All right. Next, I always like to find the opposite. So here's my angle. Go straight across, okay? Straight across from where your angle is. So here's your opposite. Okay, so EM would be my opposite. We abbreviate that OPP because mathematicians like to be lazy. And finally, the adjacent, well, we got our angle here. So there's two sides that it makes up that angle. One of them is the hypotenuse. The other one that's left over is got to be your adjacent. And we abbreviate that ADJ. I know, crazy, right? Cool, that's it. That's all we're working on, okay? So nice and easy. Over here for part B, angle N. I'm going to first circle it, circle my angle. Okay, let's find our hypotenuse. Locate your right angle, go across from it. Okay, find your longest side. There's my hypotenuse. Okay, side NE. All right, next I want my opposite. So my angle is N. Go across from it. Here's my opposite. All right, which then of course leaves me with what's my adjacent? The one next to your angle, but not the hypotenuse. Okay, very good. All right, let's take a look at one more. Now, one thing to notice about all these guys, look, the right triangles can flip, rotate, move all the way around, all right? But we're doing the same thing every time. Start with your reference angle or your given angle, K, okay? Find your right angle, go across from it. Let's label hypotenuse first. All right, next I want my opposite. So we're starting at your angle, go across, opposite, good. And then the angle, or the last side rather, is going to be my adjacent, the one next to your given angle, but not your hypotenuse. Okay? So very, very nice. It's a good start. All right, that's our first learning target. So you guys get your notes down. All right, give that exit ticket a try out. And as always, keep up the good work and good luck. We're all counting on you.